Welcome to Please Subscribe, a podcast about making videos from two different perspectives. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Andrew.
What's up, guys? It is our second episode. I know I am very, very excited. Andrew, are you excited?
No.
All right.
Dude,
cool,
I am
very
so
cool.
excited, though. If we're being honest, I did not sleep at all last night.
Whoa.
I was up. I was sweating. I had nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And then this
Are you
morning,
okay?
no.
Oh.
But dude, I'm here. I'm now. Everything's great, and I'm ready to do this thing.
Dude, awesome. So today we're going to be talking about shooting videos. But before that, let's talk about some cool gear. Yeah. For cool gear this episode, I wanted to talk about the 50mm Canon Prime lens. It's only like $100, and I think it might be $125. And it's fantastic, you know?
Dude, I used I think I know what lens you're talking about, because I used to use it on my Canon camera when I first started out, and I would use it all the time.
Yeah, I think they call it the Nifty 50 is what I've heard. It's quite, I believe it's quite popular in the video scene / photography.
I just remember it gave me like the greatest depth of field
Yeah,
that I've ever had.
It's crazy. Like, I'm still just using the kit lens that comes with the T6i, which is the 18-55 image stabilized 3.5 to 5.6 aperture f stop. And so yeah, having the 50mm that goes to f1.8 is really great. I don't use it enough. I think I want to start using it more because it looks so nice. I know I shot my bicep problem on that one.
Oh, that's why that looks. I thought it was just your biceps, and I was like,
yeah,
man, this looks
see,
great.
there were two things that were helping the look of that video. It was one, my massive biceps, and two, the 50mm lens that just made it look great.
Yeah.
It's just, since it is 50mm on a crop sensor, I have to back the camera up real far to get to get me in the frame in a decent composition. So that's why I don't use it as much for my channel. I use it a lot for actually taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah. For my channel, I like the look of like 50mm, and I'll use it for certain shots, but only for certain shots, because most of my content is, there's a lot of 3D tracking in it and all that kind of stuff, and I need kind of the wideness of some lenses to make it not so narrow.
Right.
But it's just beautiful though when you actually get close up and you get all that focus and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting because I haven't really done a lot of like shoots per se. In terms of for my
with a
channel,
gun?
especially with not that, but the camera.
Right. I was confused.
Yeah, a lot of I haven't done that many camera shoots. So it's like, switching lenses and that kind of stuff. Like for my channel, it's more of just talking to the camera nowadays, as opposed to like sketch based stuff.
Yeah.
So the sort of the wider lens that I have works pretty darn well.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that on my shoots that I try to do is I try to have a lens that like for example, you said yours is like what? It's a variable lens, right? Like you can zoom with it. I like using those lenses a lot just because that takes away, having to switch lenses as much as I possibly can.
Right, gives you more time to actually get coverage.
It's just like we're shooting like an intense action scene, and people are like, and I'm just like, hey guys, just gotta change this lens real quick, and it's like 15 minutes later, and they lost all of their like their stigma,
all the energy, all the momentum,
all the energy. Yeah.
Just give me like 5 minutes.
Just give me like 50
I can't
minutes,
drop
guys.
this lens.
So,
man. Yeah, I kind of feel like I just talked down the cool gear item that I have. But hey, I love that lens. It's great. I don't use it enough is what, there we go.
Hey man.
That's nice and positive.
The lovely thing is that you can cut this podcast.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We're not live.
Needed to, I could edit some stuff.
Yeah, true. All right, so the gear that I want to talk about, surprise, it's another LED light. But this is a different one. This is it's the F&V K400 LED. And
dude,
this
that sounds effing awesome.
Whoa. Would you keep the language to a minimum? Thank you.
When you said F&V,
would you keep the dude? There are kids watching.
Sorry.
Anyway, no, it's fine.
Hey, Damien, if you're out there and you're a child, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you for apologizing. Anyway, so it's an LED light, and this one in particular I've actually had for several years now. Okay. And the reason I want to talk about it is because of the amount of just absolute tragedy that I've put it through, and it still works. So
wow.
For the video that probably no one's seen, it's called Virtual Nightmare. It's a horror video. I used that light for the entire shoot, and when we were filming in this abandoned, like, a completely moldy place, this place had like water that was just, we had to basically swim through in some rooms.
Whoa!
But I put that light, and it was like drenched in water.
Wow!
And there was no protection on it, and it still works fine and dandy.
No way.
So okay, I want to give a shout out to this light.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, is this like one of those bigger LED lights?
Yes. So it's about the size of like, jeez, man, like a forearm. It's a big box.
Wow.
It's a big box basically.
Okay, got it.
And the only bad part about it is it doesn't have great mounting solutions, but that's fine. Because I'm the type of guy who just basically builds my own mounting solutions.
Right. Okay.
But another thing that I love about this light is that it takes what kind of battery is it? A V mount, I think. Batteries, which are the big ones. But it has an adapter to where you can put like standard Sony batteries into it.
Oh, so that's really cool.
Very, very versatile, and like I love battery powered lights, so that helps me out. So, and it's very, very extremely bright, almost as bright as my skin. So that should tell you something.
That is telling something for sure.
Yeah. So that's my piece of gear.
Yeah. And so is that on the big Amazon? Where'd you get it?
I actually bought that in store in California at one of their camera shops, but I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon or B&H.
Wherever you get your lights.
Yeah, wherever you get your lights. I'm trying to remember how much it runs for. I think it's like $400.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because LED lights can get really pricey.
Yeah, they can, but this one in particular, I feel like is worth it. You know, if you just like get one, then you got some pretty good light. Yeah,
no, I've seen some that are like, over $1,000 for like one that's not even that big. I mean, not saying they're not great, but
I'm good.
But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll just use the sun. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, I'll use the sun and these Home Depot can lights.
So next week, my gear is the sun. That's the one I'm going to talk about.
Can that just be the gear every week? I mean, it's just outside again. The sun is so great. It keeps us alive.
The battery,
really cool.
the battery lasts only like a day.
Well, it's also eventually the battery will. The sun won't be here. The sun won't be here forever, Andrew. That's
very true.
So that's the cool fact for you. In case you were wondering,
that's for
everything's
sure,
ephemeral. That's some cool gear for you guys. Hope you learned something about gear and how cool it is and how cool we are. So now let's cut to the topic of today's episode.
I like how you
today
said
we're gonna be
like it's like an editing software you cut.
Right. That was like an editing joke because
like
this podcast it's about making videos and editing is part of that.
All right,
So
you can continue.
That was kind of that was my big joke. But not editing today. We're talking about shooting videos. Not like hurting videos with bullets or anything like that. But
it can be
like filming, recording. Not filming because we're not using film, unless we are, which we're not. So recording videos, I guess.
Dude, come on. We are in the digital age. We are millennials.
It's the
I'm
digital
millennials actually.
Age.
What are you?
I'm actually
no, you're X-Gen or whatever, right?
I'm the next. I'm Star Trek. The next
generation. You're the next generation.
I am the next one.
Dude, I want that next gen Johnny Boz.
Dude, get that next gen input, man. That's why I'm here, for that next gen knowledge.
All right, what are we talking about, Johnny?
We're going to be talking about shooting videos. I wanted to start with pre-production. So, Andrew, I'm going to do that thing where I ask you a really general question and see how you answer it. For your videos, do you write scripts?
Recently, I have.
Okay.
Recently, I've discovered the beautiful power of scripts and how useful they can actually be. Because before, like, this year, I would only write out a storyboard. I'd draw, pictures on a page and love like the shots I wanted to film. Okay. And that was fine, and it still works. I can still make it work, but just having a script, even if it is for a stupid video like mine, having a script that I can send like actors and to kind of let them know what they're shooting with me is super helpful. Right. Because a lot of the time what would happen is they can't understand my drawings on my storyboards. I'm not a good drawer. I'm terrible. No, they're awful. Yeah. They're just stickmen. And like so like I would have to kind of just explain on set the day we're filming like what we're doing to these people and
what you're doing to all what you're inflicting on these actors.
And so that I kind of cut out that process by like writing a script because it helps me and helps them. So yes, I'm starting to write scripts now because they're very, very helpful.
Yeah, that's great. So for a video like PUBG versus Fortnite, did that have a script?
Fortnite, yeah. PUBG versus Fortnite, yes, it had a script and it had a storyboard. All of the above.
All that big preparation stuff.
Yeah, I think that was the first video I wrote a script for, actually.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There are also, there are videos, like one of my videos, Ragdoll Man, which didn't even have a storyboard. Like, I didn't have a script or a story. I just went outside and was just like, hey, let's film. And then they were like, all right. And then,
I guess.
Yeah. I don't even think the dude that was, like, ragdolling even knew what he was doing. Like, no offense to him. No, like, I don't think he actually knew what was going to happen in the video.
What the video was. You're like, oh, no, you're perfect. You're doing great.
Yep. So, yeah.
Okay.
What about you, huh? What about you? Do you do some scripts?
Yeah, I not really. I guess it depends. A lot of times my videos will be more improv-y, in the sense that like I know what I'm gonna say, and I kind of have I just use my notes app on my phone. I just kind of have bullet points, or I'll kind of write out what I'm gonna say really fast before I record. It actually takes me more takes and it takes me more time because I don't specifically script it. I just kind of say the idea that I know I want to say. Mm-hmm. And then like each take is like, oh, that sucked. Let me do that again.
But I wonder if it comes out better that way. Like I wonder,
So yeah, there was my economic depression video. I ended up saying we should remove the laws. And just like to solve economic depression, and I didn't know I was gonna say that, so it made me start laughing so hard, and I put that up as like that blooper video, so I had to include that. I like did another take where I said that. So
is that not in the main video?
It is in the main video. Okay. It's another take where I did it. I was like, okay, that's good. I got to do that. So yeah, I think sometimes the funniest parts of my videos come out like through me just filming and kind of figuring out what works with cadence and then just randomly saying things that I didn't know I was going to say.
I think it's important, like for me, if I like, since I'm kind of writing scripts now, it's important that like I also understand that actors, they have like legit talent, and I also need to kind of like let them say sometimes what they want to say. Like sometimes of their lines will be better than anything that I can write. Mm-hmm. That's something that I've kind of is improv is actually super useful sometimes, especially if you're working with someone who's like naturally like funny or talented, like Michael Scott, who I work with a lot. He was in Toy Wars, PUBG versus Fortnite. Like he will just pop stuff out, and it's like, dude, I don't know where that came from, but I'm keeping it.
Yeah, it's great. Mm-hmm. So And for a video like PUBG versus Fortnite, is that hard to script? Because I feel like with like, I don't know. I just like, how did you come up with the script for that?
Yeah, it is interesting. Because it's just a big action scene, basically. So
right,
like,
yeah.
It's funny because the script was like what, like 2 pages long. It was super short.
Okay.
The video was like what, 7 minutes long. The script was like 2 pages long, and it was basically just like, dude runs over here and shoots this man. This guy builds a big old wall, and then this guy
right.
says something funny, and it's like it's useful to have, but like for those videos, it's definitely interesting. It's not, a dialogue filled piece. It's
Right.
lots of people moving around and jumping and shooting each other. So yeah, it feels different, but I still think it's pretty useful to have anyway.
Right. Yeah. It's a great reference point for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say with action, it seems hard to like script exactly like down to how it turned out in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when you, because you film sketches sometimes, like not all of them are just like, you at the camera. Sometimes you do.
Yep.
Like for example, what was the one that it was the one that was like go to hell or whatever.
Yeah. A disagreement.
Disagreement. Yeah. So like for a video like that, do you write down more for that, or is it still more just kind of like improv?
You know what? It's like that video. I don't think I wrote down anything.
Oh, that's great.
Unless it was like, I needed to remember that idea of like, you say go to hell, and then the guy does go to hell. Like, so I guess a lot of my videos just kind of spawn from like a pun or a funny little joke that I expand out into an idea or an actual video. So for that one, it was a lot of like, on set, which was in my friend's basement, we just kind of decided. I mean, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to have happen already going into it. So especially for something that short, I didn't write really anything down for it.
Yeah. The similar process for me with my channel that no one knows about, Pyrobot. That I definitely didn't promote anywhere at all.
Dude, Nerf, man.
Yeah, Nerf, dude.
Nerf or nothing.
Nerf or everything. So like those videos were a lot like kind of what you're explaining. Like those videos, I went into that channel like, all right, I'm gonna do this way differently. Okay. There were like no scripts involved, no storyboards, nothing like that. We're just gonna go outside, grab some Nerf guns, have some fun.
Right. Okay.
So like that in itself is a way to do it. Like it's and sometimes they turn out really funny and good like that. So like
yeah, I really enjoy a lot of that Pyrobot stuff. So I guess kind of the thread here is that like writing down everything and making a complete battle plan is not going to be. It's not always going to be exactly how it turns out. A lot of times when you're shooting, the best stuff kind of comes out.
Yeah, and it depends on the person too. I mean, whenever I do like a lot of pre-production with scripts and all that kind of stuff, it's mainly for projects that I have like a lot of people in, and I need it to be kind of it's not my favorite thing to do. If I had to make a choice, I'd just do silly videos that I don't really have to do any of that for,
right?
Because I feel like that's a little bit more fun.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Sometimes I feel like it's necessary to be more prepared.
Yeah, especially when you have all those moving pieces, for sure.
Yep.
I've made like one actual short film, and and that definitely, and it wasn't funny either, crazy, but that definitely needed more, needed a lot of planning. That like stuff you don't even think about. Like, we got to make sure everyone shows up on time.
Oh wait, we got to feed people. We got to make sure they don't die.
Yeah, what? It's like, they're going to be late. Wait, they're not available then. How do we do that? Yeah, it was just like a series of headaches until it was finished. And of course it was a lot of fun. But for bigger stuff or things that involve more people, that extra planning is definitely like really helps. Kind of keep things moving.
It's hard to keep your actors from not dying.
Yeah, my biggest, yeah. How
It's
do
like
do
you
that?
always have to check up, like, are you alive? All right, they're alive. And it's like, dude, this is stressful. You gotta make sure that all these people are still alive.
Yeah, and see, like when I was born, my mom told me like, listen, dude, you like I got you, dude, and I was like sick, and my dad said the same thing, and I was like sick, dope, awesome, I'm so pumped for life, and then I found out like, wait, I have to like. All these people's parents are supposed to be the ones that keep them in check and keep them alive. And now I have to do that for like 8 hours a day for like 4 days. Like that doesn't seem really fair to me.
Get out of here with that, dude. Like I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah. So I think I'm never gonna make a video again. Probably.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I mean, all my scripts, like on the top, I'm just like, do not die. To everyone who reads it, I'm just like, do not die.
Do not die, or you will be held liable.
And they have to like do his signature, and I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can move on now.
Because that's on them.
That's on them. It's their fault.
It's their life.
Yeah, it's their life, and they lost it.
So they lost it, you know. So okay, you had covered that you do make storyboards. Have you ever done shot lists?
No, I actually have never done a shot list ever in my entire life.
Yeah.
No, okay. Actually, I lied. I did one. One video.
Wait, hold on.
I lied. All right.
All this was supposed to be built on honesty and.
No, yeah.
All right, sorry. No, continue. I mean, I won't say anything.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I made one shot list for a video way back in the day, and on set, like, I just realized I just didn't use it. Like, I don't know. Okay. It wasn't useful to me. It was way more useful for me to have a storyboard, which I could look at and be like, oh, okay, so the camera is pointing this way on this shot. I need to get the camera here. That was I guess visually, that was more useful for me.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Especially when, I mean, you know, you're like directing and shooting.
Yeah, screw that.
So
that is so hard.
Yeah, so like I'd imagine a shot list, like reading something, taking a second to read it,
dude,
might take longer than just looking at it.
You should be on one of my sets, man. Here I am with this 50-pound camera, and my biceps are just bulging, by the way. So here's me with this 50-pound camera, and then I film the shot, I put the camera down, I grab the storyboard, I'm like, where is my pencil? And then I go to like Raven, I'm like, where's my pencil? And like everyone's looking at me. And then I lost my pencil and I can't check off shots.
Oh,
dude. And then that's an extra
Every time?
5 minutes that I'm just like, I have to go around in the grass. And like
just crawling
around. Snake through the grass trying to find my pencil.
The shot's not done until I cross it off, guys.
Just so that I cross the shot off, and then I can get my camera and film the next one.
So shot lists are really an added stressor.
Yeah.
On your sets.
Oh wow.
Wow. That's nuts. That is crazy. Are you okay?
No.
Right. Good.
Sorry, it's just that gets too real for me.
Yeah. Wow. Do you need a second?
Yeah, just give me like. All right, I'm good. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Johnny, so I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
So for your videos, have you ever done like a shot list?
Oh, like a list of shots.
Like a list of them, yeah.
Whole lists. No. All right, cool. So,
right.
Yeah, no, I haven't done a shot list. I did a storyboard for that short film I did, because I was the big cinematographer there. Massive, dude. And I did a storyboard for that. That really helped. But yeah, I also noticed a lot of times, I would just kind of get something else, like coverage wise. I'm like, I don't know, this is fine, but we don't have time, or no, this looks way better. So when you see a movie, you might think, okay, you know, that the script of that movie must have been exactly what we're seeing. But it's not always the case, which is interesting.
No, actually, I've been watching some videos on YouTube lately that's like from script to screen, and it's basically like, you know, it shows the scene of a movie and it shows the script of that movie underneath, and it shows you kind of what's happening like as the scene goes on. And
Okay.
like there are a ton of moments in the scripts that just aren't in there, whether it
Wow.
be to, I'm sure through editing or just stuff that they cut in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree that it's, pre-production is, it's a guideline. But there are obviously like creative things while you're shooting that you might come up with like on set and be like, oh, this is actually funny. We should include this. And it goes in there and becomes better than it was.
Yeah, definitely.
But I do like, I like having, like before I started making storyboards for my videos, I would miss a lot of shots that I want. So that's why I started. It was because I just want to make sure that I at least get the shots that I need for editing and, VFX, obviously. And if I get anything extra from that, great. But I want to make sure I get that baseline of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point because you need plates and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It helps me, especially since I'm into VFX.
Right. So how long are your average shoots?
Like how long do they take during like a day?
Yeah. How long is your day?
Or
for
like
a shoot?
in feet or inches?
How many
Like
miles
what's the
long?
length?
What is the length of your particular shoot?
Let's see. All right. So they used to be actually
Like 10 miles?
like 10 or 11, probably more like 11.
Now is it bigger? 12?
No, now it's definitely bigger. It's more like a plane, like a flight. You kind of have to take a flight.
Whoa!
It's not much of a driving distance anymore for me.
Is that why it takes so long to make videos?
Well, yeah, because like,
Wow.
it depends what you're even talking about. Like, are you talking about, from start to finish as far as post-production? Because if you're talking about post-production, like we're talking about going from like California to New York.
Wow. I haven't done that flight ever.
So for real, to answer your question, my shoots typically take probably around 4 to 6 hours.
Okay.
So like usually we try to do like one day, but lately they've kind of been 2 days because I figured out that that's actually really handy because you're not killing people and you're not like taking too much of their time.
Right, despite their need to, deal with that on their own, but
yes, exactly.
Staying alive.
Yeah, because that is their responsibility. So like back in the day, my shoots would be, like 2 hours long and then like during a day and just be like, all right, that's it. But now I guess I'm trying to be, I don't know, better. I don't know with my shoots.
That's it. We can't shoot anymore.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
It's over. Is that how you end all your shoots?
That's it, guys. Go home. I don't care if you die now. You could die now, and I would not care.
Just leave me alone.
Just go.
That is it.
And then I have to stare at their faces in editing, and I'm just like, leave my mind.
Yeah. Dude, I hate people, dude.
I get so mad at people when I'm editing and they have curly hair. When I'm trying to rotoscope curly hair, I'm just like, get out!
Yeah, that's rude of them to have that kind of hair.
Yeah, it's
they
like...
They know what you're doing. They're not trying to make...
They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly I was going to roto that hair, and they made it extra frizzy that day.
I called them. They told me they knew.
Yeah, sorry. I knew they talked to you.
We're getting a little heated here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So typically like, 4 to 6 hours a day, sometimes less, sometimes more. What about you?
Yeah. It's really funny. It's like hilarious, dude. I'm
laughing already.
Dude, get ready. When I say how long my shoots are, you're going to lose your darn mind, dude.
Oh, man, I'm already laughing,
with how hard
dude.
you're going to laugh. All right, you ready?
What is it?
Like a couple hours, depends. Was that funny? Andrew?
Oh, yeah, I'm still listening.
Oh, you didn't laugh? I didn't hear any laughter.
Oh, no, it wasn't actually that funny. I thought I was going to laugh, but it wasn't. It didn't end up being that funny. All right, so cool, dude. So a couple hours?
It's like a couple hours. It really depends on the video. What I've actually noticed recently, I shot a video today. That was good, right? Dude, I've never shot a video.
A good one.
Dude, it's all digital, man. It's all CG. I don't shoot. I don't.
So you shot a video today. Would you shoot?
Yeah, I shot a video today. It'll actually,
Well, not
I believe,
specifically.
I believe by the time this podcast is posted, the video will be out.
Oh.
So that's pretty crazy.
Dude, isn't it crazy to think about, like, the people who are listening to this right now have already seen that video?
Whoa. That seems like a time loop or something.
What? All right, let's not get off track here.
Yeah, I don't, sorry. So, like, I noticed with a lot of videos, because it's mostly, especially lately, it's mostly me talking to the camera, and a lot of times, and it's just me shooting it, so a lot of times I will spend more time setting up lights, setting up camera, setting up action, setting up, like, the lights and all that, and, like, making sure the audio is good, and, like, way more time on that than I actually spend shooting.
I feel like that's very common.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I mean, because that's me too, like, usually. It's like the lighting and all that kind of stuff will take 20 minutes and the shot's like 15 seconds.
Right. Yeah. I can't tell if it frustrates me or if it's just like, oh, all right. Just accept it.
No, it frustrates me dramatically.
Yeah. I had a couple panic attacks just setting up lights. Like, I need to be done.
I had a panic attack during this podcast.
Really? Which time?
Yeah.
Which part?
You'll have to go back.
Oh yeah, you guys will be able to hear it for sure.
Yeah, you'll hear it. Yeah.
You'll hear the panic attack.
Trust me.
Dude, trust us. You'll hear it. Have complete faith that you'll hear it. Actually today I had like a microphone issue that I was trying to fix. And then the video actually took like 10 minutes to shoot. And I probably spent an hour and a half figuring out like, just tweaking lighting. It's like I'm almost I'm not a perfectionist, I guess, but I don't know. I tweak things all the time.
I'm an anti-perfectionist.
Really?
I don't want anything to look good.
I just want it to all look bad, dude.
Yeah, just everything.
Do you find that you spend a lot of time tweaking things when it comes to production, like lighting and all that kind of stuff?
When it comes to production, not so much.
Okay.
I mean, yes and no. It's more so in post that I do that.
Yeah.
Like with effects and stuff. Even though you look at my effects and you're like, man, that's bad. And it's like, yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. But so like during production, it's you see, usually on my videos we shoot in natural light.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot to like fidget with usually.
Right.
But if we're shooting indoors, I kind of get a little stressed out because like I'm not extremely experienced with lighting, so like I want it to look as good as I possibly can. So I can get like, oh man, this light needs to be like the rim light, but we gotta have natural light coming through this way, and it's like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. So in those circumstances, I can get a little bit of that perfectionist thing. But when we're doing, say like Fortnite, PUBG versus Fortnite, those are way more just like
PUBG second the first time.
No, I'm sorry. It's not that my preference.
I just thought
it's not preference based.
Okay.
No, it's not like preference based. It's just
sure.
Just saying the title of the video.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so like on that shoot, it was a lot of natural light, so
okay,
I could kind of just like go easy on it and be like, all right, let's shoot this shot, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna be able to make it look really good in post with color correction, color grading, and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That was a really long answer.
No. I mean, here on Please Subscribe, if there's one thing we do, it's long answers.
Just as long as you subscribe, please.
Just as long as you subscribe, dude. That's perfect. Long answers as long as you subscribe. I love that. That should be our...
long answers as long as you subscribe.
Yeah. If you want to hear just a lack of focus... subscribe now.
Oh man.
When it comes to like production for me, like I had kind of said, I end up adjusting things a lot. I really wish someone could see me film a video that is just me in it, because it probably looks really funny. Like I sit down and then I like focus the camera. I try to get the white balance good, and then I like. No, it's not. And then I'm like, oh crap, that light, edge light doesn't look good. So then I like get up and I'm like moving things around, And then like
that's how I feel when I'm like doing the end cards for my videos. Like I have like 42 takes on those things.
Really?
Like when I'm just like, "Hey guys, Andrew here. Thanks for watching the video." It's like, and then I'll just stop and be like, "Man, I look like an idiot." Like I don't need to say that.
Yeah.
I'm forcing them to subscribe. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm the same way. Like those, I probably look ridiculous.
Yeah. I think one day. See, I can't live stream or I can't record myself recording a video because then I'll act different because I know I'm being recorded. It's like
it's almost like someone needs to sneak into your house and record it for you.
If one of you guys could really sneak into my house and just wait in the shadows until I film a video, kind of watch that, maybe post it on your socials and all that. I think that would be really cool. I would appreciate if someone...
Podcast sniping.
Yeah, podcast sniping. I would really appreciate if someone could break into my house. That would be awesome.
Same here if you can actually make it down to Arkansas.
Yeah, if you guys can make it to where we live, I would love to see if it's funny when I shoot a video. Because that's all I am is just a boy that hopes he's funny.
A big old bag of jokes.
Bag of jokes. Actually, it says that on my birth certificate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. All right, let's continue.
Hey, Andrew. What camera do you shoot with? I know this isn't cool gear here, but we're talking about production. I figured we could talk about the stuff we used to shoot.
Production gear.
Yeah.
So as of recently, I've been using the Blackmagic, not like Witchcraft, but like Blackmagic Ursa Mini.
Oh.
4.6K.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're getting all those little bit of resolution little dudes, you know,
that's
just making a big old picture.
Big picture. Dude, that's 0.6K more than 4K.
Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy? It's almost like they didn't have to do that. It's weird. So like that's the camera that I film on, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that camera.
Yeah.
It has things about it that I don't like, but as a whole, Blackmagic can be interesting.
Right, because you never know what the outcome is going to be or if it's even safe to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Blackmagic
it's
is
like
scary.
I told my mom that I was using that. She's like, "Andrew, you are fired from my life." And I'm like, "Why?"
Have you talked to her
So
since?
anyway, I use that as the camera, and then I use a Rode NTG. What is it? 4 for audio.
4 audio.
4 audio. That goes directly in my camera, and then I never use a tripod. I always bring a tripod to my sets, and I never use them.
Okay.
And let's see. Obviously, I have that LED light that we talked about at the beginning of the podcast. Yep. Just go back to find more about that.
Yep.
And then that's about it.
So do you mount that mic on the camera, or do you have a big boomer operator? Boom operator.
Pretty much I have a big boom operator. I can mount it on my camera. Sometimes I do. But usually I'll just like throw it to Raven, and then she'll just be the boom op.
Oh, awesome.
For the shoots, which is pretty handy sometimes.
Do you record, are you doing dual system sound, or are you recording straight into the camera?
I've done both. Usually it's straight to the camera though.
Okay.
But I have an H6, which sometimes I record to just in case I don't want like the wire to come from my camera.
Right.
If I need some more freedom.
Okay, yeah. With like a more dynamic camera move.
Yeah, big dynamic range camera movement. What about you? What do you shoot with?
I am currently rocking the Canon T6i. The Canon T6i with that lens I talked about. I actually have a little LED light mounted on that. I got a nice tripod. I got to talk about that tripod next time. Stay tuned. Good tripod.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to hear more about that dope tripod. Got a nice tripod. I have recently been using that Rode Video Micro that I talked about, and then I realized, there's like a hiss I'm not a huge fan of.
Oh no.
So that whole first episode's void now because I guess I sort of lied. About using.
You just hate that hiss.
Yeah,
man.
so I used the Zoom H2N for my most recent video, and I've actually used that for a long time until I got the Video Micro. The Zoom H2N is also the same mic I'm using to record the podcast right now.
Well,
So yeah, that is a great mic.
yeah.
Another time for cool gear in a future episode.
Yeah. I used to use the H4 for a mic back in the day.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So
Also, when it comes to you mentioned your lens, which I totally forgot to say what lens I use. It's the most amazing lens I've ever used in my life.
oh really?
It's the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter. It's a big boy.
Boy.
But it's got f 1.8.
Wow.
Which
Wow.
gives you a lot of light.
Yeah, and is that one of those lenses that it's the constant aperture through the whole zoom range?
Yes, it does. So if you zoom, it doesn't change.
That's fantastic.
It'll stay the same.
That's great.
Yep. It's I've been using this for like even before I got the Ursa Mini. I used it for my Panasonic GH4 through an adapter, and dude, it's just so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah. Just love that lens. So
I love it.
I have a question. It's a little personal. Would you? So, all right. Now, would you ever? It's kind of hard to put this.
No, just put it out there,
right,
man. Put it out there.
I'm a little nervous to ask. Would you ever?
Yeah, but just put it out
Would you
there.
consider marrying that lens?
Subscribing?
Would you marry the lens?
I mean, well, here's the thing. You approach the question like it's an awkward thing, like I haven't already done it.
Oh.
And like the fact that hypothetically, if I had already married that lens, like you're gonna think it's weird, right? Are you gonna think that's weird?
Did you marry the lens? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, I mean, just
first.
hypothetically, if I did marry the lens a few years ago, like hypothetically, you would probably think that's weird.
Hypothetically, I wouldn't tell you that I think it's weird.
All right, well then I probably wouldn't tell you that even if I did.
Oh,
so,
got it.
No, dude, like totally just a lens.
Just people is what you're looking to marry, right?
No, nope, just a lens, man. I didn't. Nope, it's just a lens. I didn't do anything, man. It's nope.
Cool.
Honey, please shut up. Sorry.
I think.
All right.
Andrew married.
Stop changing your f-stop.
Wait.
Don't raise your f-stop on me.
Wait, hold on.
Lower.
What? Hey,
lower it.
dude, just put the lens cap
Sorry.
on.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just shut. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so like, no, dude, it's just a really good lens that I like.
Yeah, just the lens, totally platonic. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, dude, my yeah,
Lens,
just the
good
lens.
lens, yep.
Dude. All right, dude, let's continue on.
All right, so I think we have covered a lot in production here. It's kind of a lot to pack into an episode because shooting videos is such kind of a broad topic, especially when it comes to the type of video, the type of channel. I think we got a lot of good stuff, though. So we're definitely open to, go more in depth in one of those aspects in a future episode, I'd say.
Yeah, especially if people have, questions about it, we can answer that.
Yeah, we'd love...
if they have something specific that they want to know about.
We'd love to follow up because that was kind of a really broad overview of pre-production and production.
Yep.
So, I think, Andrew, I think it's time we should take some...
What?
I think we should take some questions from listeners like you.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, wait, darn it, because I just said, let's take questions from listeners like you, but I preface it by saying, hey, Andrew, which means we're taking questions from listeners like Andrew only.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's preferable as long as they're kind of at least like me
Similar
a little bit.
Okay.
Even if they're just like a human.
All right, so keep in mind, guys, if you want to send in questions, make sure you have at least one or two similarities to Andrew McMurray.
Yep.
Cool. So... the first question comes from my friend Alec Wychunas. It was asked in person. Crazy. Do you think you're cool?
Wait, you have friends?
Oh. I mean, like 2, I think. I can't remember.
Oh, right.
I haven't counted in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's just him and another guy.
All right. Yeah, continue. Answer the question, man.
Do you think you're cool? Well, I'm going to answer this fourfold. One, I think that my temperature, if we're talking, body heat, internal temperature is 98.6, just like it should be, which is...
Did you take that right now? Or?
Yeah, I just checked.
Okay.
So the thing about that is it depends on, it might be cool to some people, but it might also be warm. It depends on like what scale. Like if we're talking like that compared to like 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, sure, I'm cool. But if we're talking like that compared to like freezing temperatures, then I'm freaking warm.
Yeah, you're pretty warm.
Yeah, I'm pretty warm. So the second way I would answer that question is style and all the sunglasses I have, 2 pairs. I think I'm definitely very cool. So when it comes to my sunglasses, yeah. Andrew,
oh, just like when you're wearing the sunglasses, you're
super cool. Yeah.
Is that pretty much it though? What if you don't have them?
Self-esteem is something
so
I'm
the
trying
way...
to work on. Andrew, do you think you're cool?
No.
Huh. I think you're cool.
Next question. No.
No, dude, you're super cool.
No. Stop. Only my wife can tell me. Next question.
All right. So, how did you meet Corridor, Rocket Jump, and other filmmaking channels on your platform? That's from Scorns on Instagram.
What a cool name.
It's a great name. Scorns with a Z at the end. Super.
How did he get that name? That's awesome.
I don't know. Let me.
Can you imagine?
Hold on. Okay. Yep. He got it illegally. All right. Wow. Yeah.
I knew it, dude. For me personally, man, woof. All right. So as far as Rocket Jump and specifically Freddie Wong, I met him when I was on a shoot with Tomska. Thomas, we're pretty good friends. He's from the UK. He does really funny videos, but he was doing a shoot here in LA. Why did I say here in LA like I'm in LA right now? He was shooting in LA, and I was in the video, but so was Freddie, and he was like a guitar freak, and that's where I met him.
Okay.
And with Corridor, oh geez, man, we collabed on a video, Wizard Cops.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So I went to their studio. I basically went to their studio, and Nico went up to me. He's like, "Hey, here you go," and he handed me a red camera, and I was like, "Why are you giving me this? This is so much money!" Like, and he was just like, "Hey, here you go. Here are the basics. Just push this button, and we're good." And I'm like, "Dude, this is like 800 pounds, and like I'm gonna drop it."
Yeah.
So that's how I met that whole crew. Rin is amazing and sweet, and I love him so much.
Shout out to Rin.
Yeah, and everyone else there too.
And everyone else.
And I know a lot of other filmmaking people on YouTube, like So Crispy Media, all those guys, Ismahawk. I've met them at various places like VidCon, and just through the internet's online chats.
Yeah, those online chats.
Those online chats. Be careful.
Those super cool chat rooms.
Yeah. So that's how I've met them, just by working and communication.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
So how did you meet them, Johnny?
Well, it all started on the interwebs, of course. It was like Mr. Guitar Man was the first YouTube boy that I really got into, and then that branched out to Freddie Wong, which branched out to Corridor Digital, which branched out to you, Nukazuka.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah, dude. And so I just like looked up to all these creators, and I was like, oh, Twitter's a thing. So I started tweeting them, probably too much, and then they started like recognizing my name from that. And then I just kept tweeting them. I just never stopped, ever, just constantly, every day. Like, hey, how are you guys? Like, what's up? What's going on? Like, just way too much. And
when you came to me about this podcast, I was just like, no. And
yeah.
Like, please. And you messaged me, please, like 45 times in a row. And I was like, no. And then
That's
eventually I just had to say yes.
Right. I wore you down, and that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So for real, though, just like talking to these creators that I looked up to a lot, and kind of developing a relationship over time. I got a chance to meet a lot of the guys at Corridor at VidCon, and I also ran into Freddie at VidCon, which was fantastic. But yeah, so more than anything, it's just been kind of talking to these guys whose content I really admire and like inspires me online. Yeah. So there you go. Hope that hashtag answered it.
Hashtag, dude.
Is that cool? Funny?
Hashtag next question.
Hashtag next question. This one is from Jordan Fountain on Instagram. What's up, dude? What is sarcasm?
Well, let me tell you. That is the funniest question I've ever heard.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea what sarcasm is.
That I literally never, ever. Next question.
Yeah. So here's a quite a doozy here. This is from Jay Schlatt on Twitter. What's up, dude? I hope I pronounced your name right. Walk us through your workflow. Do you guys schedule time for working on videos, or do you find yourselves more productive in spontaneous bursts of energy / inspiration? I'd imagine the processes are different for such a large channel, Johny, and a relatively smaller one, Andrew. I like how you worded that, Jay Schlatt.
Well, I mean, he's just being honest.
Yeah.
No, it's a good question. Actually, no, it is a really good question.
Yeah.
I mean, for like a small channel like mine, I guess, like,
Tiny. Yeah.
well, yeah, like, sometimes it's hard to kind of find the inspiration because I'm constantly trying to get subscribers and trying to build my brand. So like it can get like a little bit demeaning at times when I'm trying to think of an idea and I'm like, but no one's gonna see this. So like really I think for me it's all about the short bursts of energy to where like I will be like, you know, searching on the web and I see something that I think is funny. I'm like, oh man, that'd be a great video, and I'm just super psyched about it. And then I just quickly make it because in that trance that I'm in, it doesn't really matter. Like when I'm thinking about what the outcome of the video is going to be, it doesn't really matter. I just want to make that video regardless.
Yeah.
Even if no one sees it, I want to make it.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of been since like I started my channel in like 2011. I only gained like 2 subscribers since then, but like
Right.
It's always kind of been that way for me.
Yeah. I mean, with my channel, I have such a big channel that it's like I actually don't even think anymore, at all. It's so easy, it's so fun, and I'm constantly productive. I don't have bursts of energy. I am always energetic. I'm always inspired. I always have everything that I'm going to do down to a T, and I've never messed up. So that's kind of how I approach my channel.
So like, can I add on to this question a little bit?
No.
For you specifically, Johny?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, not for me. Don't worry. Just for you. So like, what do you do like when you kind of have like a build up of brand deals and stuff trying to get to you? Like, do you have like someone that controls that for you?
Oh
like,
my
how
gosh.
do you manage
Yeah.
the constant
Dude,
stream of income?
So,
You know?
all right. Are you ready for this? This is something
I don't
that
know.
I've.
Hold on. Let me write it down. Real quick.
Yeah.
One sec.
You get
All right.
ready. So all these brand deals knocking down my digital door. What I do is I go into my email and I
All right,
create a
give me a sec.
mass email, reply all, okay? And I just type NO, enter, boom, done.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah. Hey, I want to break the joke wall here, because it is a great question. So for real, Andrew, do you schedule time for working on videos, or do you find yourself more productive in like spontaneous bursts of energy or inspiration?
No, I was actually being honest there.
Okay.
Like I was saying some like, you know, I was putting it in that format to what he said.
Right,
but
right,
I was
right.
actually being honest. Like those bursts of energy are kind of like what I've done from the start. Like the videos that I want to make, regardless of anything, like regardless of what, you know, how many views they're gonna get or whatever, are always, I feel like, are my best. That I just legitimately want to do for myself and not for everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like is the most important thing for me making a video, is that first and foremost, I want to see that video. Like,
Okay.
even if no one else sees that video, I want to watch that video.
Right.
So yeah, that's still my answer for that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I definitely think it's important. I'd agree with you there that it's important to like, make what you want to make and not what you think other people would want to see necessarily, if that makes sense. And I definitely also agree that, like I think we kind of talked about this last episode. Like, you can't force an idea out. So, especially if I'm not doing anything else, if I come up with an idea, a lot of times I'll shoot it that day because it's like, oh, that's funny. I need to do that now. So I wonder if that's almost just more creative things in general. It comes in like bursts of inspiration.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you
that.
definitely want to like take those bursts with a grain of salt. Like obviously some things are like kind of specifically just in the moment. You think, oh man, that is so good, but realistically, like a week down the line, you're like, I'm really glad I didn't make that. So you kind of have to know what's actually gonna work for you, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, looking back on my old video ideas, like a lot of them are like, what is this? Literally, like I don't understand a lot of what I was doing or typing. And
you're probably drunk, dude.
I was probably just really drunk.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who did I type this? Yeah. So do you schedule time for working on videos throughout the day?
I usually I mean, sometimes for video ideas specifically, or videos like the production and everything. Which one?
I think this is it's kind of more broad. Like, do you say, okay, today I'm gonna work on this video?
Oh yeah. No, I do that especially when it comes to like post work.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have to kind of like usually I'll be like, I'm gonna get done 9 VFX shots today, and that's just kind of like I have to kind of set that for myself so that I have if I do 9 VFX shots a day, I will have this video done by whatever date. So yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I think it's hard to. Also, if you don't kind of do that, you might never finish it, at least for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you don't say, hey, now this video is going out this day, like you just have to kind of decide that stuff. And then it'll, you'll be more motivated to do it if you set kind of a day for yourself that you have to have it done by.
Yep. And then you can miss it, And
then you can miss it, feel awful, go into a deep depression, and the cycle restarts when you're done.
There you go. That's how YouTube works.
That's how YouTube works, guys. It's really great. Yep. Yeah, so I think we answered that. I'm sorry to demean your joke answer, while it was a real answer framed in a joke, which was
it was a real answer in a joke.
It's quite complex.
It has a lot of layers to it, Johnny.
A lot of layers. Guys, listen back and dig in. That was beautiful, Andrew. Yeah. So next question: is the Johny Boz Award rigged? #conspiracy. That's from Danasa Arsad on Twitter. Hey man. Well,
pretty much a straight answer here, Johnny.
Would you say? Did you want to go on to the next question?
No, actually, we can just kind of wait around, just see if we can get this answer real quick.
Oh,
if you have something to say about it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. All right. With award shows,
it's pretty much just like a yes or no question.
Who really knows what's going on behind the scenes? I mean,
pretty much just a yes or no question on this.
I mean, there's so much, there's so much. There's such a process and all that stuff.
Like, no, it's not rigged, or yes, it's rigged.
Like it's really hard to sort of like do that every year. It's my favorite project. I love it so much.
Like 3 letters for yes. 2 letters for no. It's really simple answers, like really simple words.
Yes. All right.
Let's go into the next
Completely
question.
rigged, 100% fabricated, rigged. It's fake.
Thank
God. So.
I just won a lot of money, dude.
Oh, the bet.
Yeah. All right. So next question.
All right. This comes from Vortex with a 1 or Pepsi Master Race on Twitter. What's your favorite soft drink? Andrew, would you like to take that first?
Johnny, does this feel? Does this feel like are we being led into something here? Do you think? Are we being led into a trap?
You know what? You know what I was thinking about?
What?
Well, do you?
Yeah, but maybe you should tell the viewers.
Yeah, I guess I should let them know too.
Yeah.
His name is Pepsi Master Race on Twitter.
What does that mean?
So I would assume. I feel like he might be steering us to answer Coke.
Do you think so? Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay, but I don't want him to like get his answer he wants, so I'm gonna say Pepsi.
Wait, is Coke Pepsi?
We're about to get into a really long conversation here, buddy.
What's the difference? It's all just sugar. It's all sugar and branding and capitalism.
If we're being real, I'm gonna say root beer.
Yeah, no. If we're being legit here, soft drink, man.
Root beer all the way.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Coke.
Oof.
Because I like the weird coating it puts on your teeth. Makes it feel all weird. Love
it. I know that coating. Yeah,
big
I know
fan of that
about.
coating. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know. Root beer's great too. You know what's also great about root beer? They trick you. At least some of the root beers that I've had. The bottle, it'll say, oh, like 30 grams of sugar. Oh, that's not that bad. And then it's 2 servings. And there's no reason to live anymore after that.
I just like being able to sit on my couch and like Raven's like walking around somewhere. I'm like, hey Raven, get me a root beer. You know, like I'm one of those guys who's just like, give me a beer, honey. You know, I'm just like, it's a root beer.
But you just want that sweet.
I just want that sweet root beer.
Root beer.
Root beer.
Root beer. I love root beer.
All right, next question.
Root beer is great.
It is.
This one also comes from Vortex with a 1 or Pepsi Master Race on Twitter. Imperial or Stormcloak?
Imperial, final answer.
All right, let me check.
Don't Google it. Don't.
Incorrect. Yeah, that's wrong. Is the answer was Stormcloak? Sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I didn't Google my answer. I just kind of said it based on experience.
You lost 10 points from answering incorrectly.
How many? Okay. All right, that's fine. 10 lashes for me.
Everyone keep track. Everyone keep track of the score. Andrew is minus 10. All right. We got a sick question here from Sky Legendary on Twitter. How many gums do you have? Interpret it as you want. How many gums do you have? Interpret it as you want. I can take this first. I could answer first.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm totally ready to answer. 87 gums. So
do you know that?
I got two in my mouth, two gums, one top, one on bottom. Those are really good gums. Love those gums. Then I got all these sticks of gums in gum packages. I'm a real gum kid. I'm a gum boy. You can call me gum boy if you want. Really into gum. 87 gums, 2 of which are in my mouth.
Wow.
How many gums do you have, Andrew?
All right. Well, all right, gum boy. I'm actually I don't have any. Not even in my mouth.
Oh.
My mouth is. I don't have
gums.
My mouth. Well, no. It's just my mouth is full of teeth, and like there's nothing for the teeth to latch onto.
Oh.
So it's kind of just one solid bone in my mouth.
Whoa.
It's nothing that we need to talk about right now.
I would like to move on as fast as possible.
Yeah, let's go ahead and churn the wheel.
Yeah, we actually have another question from Sky Legendary on Twitter. Oh, and can you please subscribe to my Minecraft YouTube channel at Sky Legendary?
Yeah, dude.
The thing I like about that is it has the name of our podcast in the question, and I think that is the takeaway.
That is so good. All right, Sky Legendary.
Please subscribe.
Everyone go subscribe to Sky Legendary because he obviously knows this podcast more than everyone, more than us. Please subscribe.
Please. Oh,
please. Man. Touch the subscribe button, dude.
Please touch the subscribe button. I'm like, come on, please.
Come on, please.
That's the only reason that we're doing this. Please.
Yeah.
Just once. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Once.
Please.
Yeah.
All right. So now, I think we have another guest caller, right?
Yes. The last podcast we did a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this time, I think we actually have someone that we could talk to.
Awesome. Yeah, because the cat thing, I don't even think it was funny. So.
Well, I thought it was funny.
It's
fine though. Anyway,
we lied to them. Okay.
Yeah, no, we definitely did lie to him. But now Johnny and I actually had to talk to a lot of people to actually have them agree to do this because no one really wanted to.
It took a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So we finally got one person, and they were like,
"Yep,
fine, I'll do it."
they're into it. Yeah.
They're into it. So we're finally gonna get this done. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna give them a call. And maybe we could just talk about like.
Oh crap! I didn't think of what to ask him. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll just talk about video stuff, I guess.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, here we go.
It's kind of ringing a long time.
Yeah, but it usually he answers. He always does.
You told him the time, right?
Yeah, I did.
501.
Oh. Was that him?
Yeah, it was his number, but I guess he didn't want to talk. Okay.
Oh, he didn't. He wasn't into being a guest on the.
Well, he texted me. He said, "Sorry, man. I listened to the first episode and I wasn't a huge fan."
That's weird because I thought we had finally gotten one person.
Yeah, me too.
Spent like hours researching, trying to. Okay. Well. I mean, I don't like myself, so it makes sense that people wouldn't like the podcast.
Yeah, I guess it kind of comes full circle at some point.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try again next time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try again next time. All right, Andrew, let's take a look at what's coming to a screen near you. I got to stop doing these cheesy segues while saying your name first, because then it's like I'm just talking to a screen near Andrew. So, all right.
Yeah, dude. With a small channel like mine, that's usually how it goes. So
just you. Andrew, what are you working on?
So, this coming week, I've actually decided to make a Waluigi video.
Oh man, dude.
Sorry about that.
That's great.
So Waluigi is a video that a video with Waluigi I've been wanting to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
So that is finally happening. Since Waluigi is the internet meme god. So
yeah.
I'm gonna do something about that. It's gonna be a very depressing video. So it should be fun.
All right. So I joke around a lot on this podcast, but Andrew, your videos with Mario and just that kind of property in general are all fantastic. So I am definitely looking forward to that Waluigi video.
Oh wow, that was authentic.
Yeah, it was
That's
real.
Weird. Whoa.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right to say something.
Yeah,
real.
that was weird, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure it'll be great.
All right, what about you?
I am working on. Well, I don't want to spoil the joke of the video because a lot of my videos are just kind of a punchline and then expanded beyond that. But I'll say this video, it's not me talking to the camera. It's a sketch, and it's the same crew as a disagreement. And in the video, something is wrong with my car.
So will that be probably coming out? That'll be coming out after this podcast airs,
Yes.
right?
That'll be coming out after this podcast airs. And I know I'm excited.
Dude, I am pretty excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'll be honest. I'm very excited for that. And I'm very excited for a video that's coming out before this podcast.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's the good old. It's I've done well. It's weird to talk about it because people will have possibly already seen it.
They've already seen it. Yeah.
That weight loss one, guys. Yeah,
you know what he's talking about.
You saw it. Yeah. So lots of stuff happening in the new Kazuka world and the Johny Boz world. Lots going on.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate all the feedback we got, all the questions we got this time. Hopefully, you guys are liking what we're doing.
If you guys want to be a caller on our podcast, we are looking for people.
Looking for people, for sure.
For sure.
Also, if you want to send us questions, you can either tweet it to us. I'm at John E. Bosworth on Twitter. Andrew, what are you on Twitter?
Nukazuka, Nukazooka, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And then I'm I guess I could spell mine too. JohnnyBosworth on Twitter. And then you can also actually now you can send questions to pleasesubscribepodcast@gmail.com, and we will answer them. And we are also on iTunes, the big iTunes. It feels so legit, so crazy. I know, I'm hyped about it.
Dude, I'm probably as hyped as you.
Oh, really? That's great. Dude, we're both so hyped. Awesome.
We're good. On top of the charts of hype.
Dude, top of the hype charts. So
hopping on with us, guys.
Hop onto the hype chart train on the iTunes train by leaving us a review on iTunes. It would help us out. Let us know what you guys think of it. If you have any feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a review on iTunes, and you'll get.
And one more thing.
Yep.
Please subscribe. Please. Just click the button once.
Oh, please. Please subscribe.
You can click the button again to unsubscribe, but just do it once.
Please subscribe to us, please.
Just please subscribe.
Please subscribe. That's all I need. Is one subscription.
Johnny, we gotta stop the podcast.
All right, we gotta stop.
stop.
That's the episode. Please.
All right, that's it.